record. Hello?
Hey everyone. So this is our 2022 HackMerced Hackathon project. My name is Alexander Hom.
My name is Jim Nguyen.
And so this is the mockup for our project. We have a total of 8 mockups going from the homepage of the project to the registration and login page. So the homepage, our project is basically an educational tool that users can go on and they will see a bunch of different lessons that they can take. And when they click on a particular lesson, they can learn about the topic. These lessons are usually they're pretty quick, usually done in less than 20 minutes. And there's a quiz that is attached to each lesson to make sure that the user is able to retain the knowledge that they have gained from that lesson. And there is a point system here. So once they take the quiz that is associated with the lesson, they can get points from that quiz, and that quiz points will be added to their account. And so there is sort of like a competition going on where there is a leaderboard where people can compete with others to see how many points they have. And so after we completed the design, we then worked on coming up with the class diagrams, because we are using an object-oriented programming language for the backend with Java Spring Boot. And so it was essential for us to come up with the objects that we're going to be using to model the data in the backend. And so we created this document of all of the different objects that we're going to be using that are going to be used in the login pages, the register pages, the home page, the individual lessons and quizzes, as well as the leaderboard. And we also considered the schema that we are going to be using for the database, since we're using the database to store a lot of the data that is in this project, including data regarding each user, each individual lesson, as well as each quiz. And so after we have finished with the design of the project, we then moved on to the implementation stage. And so right here is our repository for the project. This is a Spring Boot project, and everything happens within the Spring Boot folder. And so now we have a quick demo of the project. So this is the login page that the user will see when they first go to view the project. There's a link to register for an account if they don't have one already. So they click on that. And then they put in their email. And then create a username and a password. Now, what happens behind the scenes is that the password that they create is hashed and stored on the database. And so now when they log in again, that username and password is checked against what is in the database. And if it's in the database, then they are able to successfully sign in, assuming that the password matches with what is in the database. And so once they're signed in, then they can see the dashboard page of all the different lessons that they have, And so for instance, we have one lesson right here, and this is how it would look like. And when they click on the lesson, they can go to a page that shows the lesson and the quizzes. And there is also a tab on the homepage where they can view the leaderboard. And so when they click on there, they can see how they stack up against other users of the application. And also, at some point, users may also want to create a quiz or a lesson. And so they could, there is a link that they can use, the create link. And they could fill out this form with the lesson details, as well as 5 different questions. And these questions are going to be for the quiz questions. And they could be fill in the blank questions for now. And so for example, there's question 1 and it is a fill in the blank question and the answer goes there. And they would have 4 more questions like that. And once they're done filling it out, they can submit the form and a lesson would be created. And there's feedback that provides the user telling them that they created a lesson. And so that wraps up the demo of our Spring 2022 Hackathon project. We hope that you enjoy the project, and we had a lot of fun creating it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.